Hi, Dimitri.
Hi, hi. Good to see you again after some time.
Yeah.
Andreas, right? Did I see Andreas here?
Yes, correct. You're right.
Right. Okay. Wow. Who wants to take the charge here in terms of our usual sort of setup? And Angela, do you want to take the lead here? Get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Eastern Town Hall. Eastern Town Hall is all about making people from the Eastern Hemisphere of the globe feel confident in getting their Catalyst knowledge together. And a big and warm welcome to you all. Thank you for being here, and thank you for joining us. The Catalyst community is all about creating a safe environment for exploring the highest level of human collaboration possible. And thank you so much for joining us. I would love to pass on the introduction back to Robert.
Kia ora koutou. Welcome everyone, and welcome to our little experiment called the Eastern Town Hall, which is part of the bigger experiment of the Cardano ecosystem. Tonight, we are going to be doing something a little different than what we've usually been doing before. As I said, each time we may change things up and we're trying different things out. But given that we're actually in the midst of Fund 7 voting, we wanted to take the opportunity tonight or today or whatever time zone you're in to actually introduce or give proposers the opportunity to actually pitch their proposals. Just very shortly, so the format that we'll be doing today and as part of this experiment is we'll all be hanging out in the main room for the big chunk of this meeting today rather than going into our breakout rooms. So from that, this gives us an opportunity to meet each other and to talk each other more broadly. At the end of our little mini IdeaFest, we will then have the breakout rooms. And if you want to go, then you could do that. So we're excited to have you here. And like everything, I'm looking forward to hearing what everyone has to say or what the proposals are that are coming through. I myself will be presenting as well some of my proposals, and a few of the other people here in our host will also be doing so. However, but what we're really here to do is to represent the entire community. So as a result of doing what we are about to do, things may break, may not go exactly smoothly or to plan. But what we are trying to do is bring everyone together. And so today in this main room, we will have people from Indonesia, Japan, Vietnam, and English coming together and trying to understand each other. We will do the IdeaFest mostly in English, but recognizing that a big part of the audience here do not natively speak English and therefore may have difficulty in expressing their ideas or understanding what has been said. So keep that in mind. The format for tonight is that each proposer gets 2 minutes to talk. And that's a hard 2 minutes. We will mute you after 2 minutes. So be aware of that and try to keep the time. And we'll group each proposer into 3 groups. And at the end of those 3 groups, we would like you, the audience, to actually ask any questions if anything comes to mind. And then we'll move on to the next 3, Q&A after that, then the next 3, and so on. And we'll run for approximately 70 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes for the whole thing. So thank you for being here. And I'm really looking forward to what is going on. And we'll hand over to Yuta to do a little introduction to our Japanese community.
どうも、ゆうたでございます。すみません、ちょっとですね、ちょっと確認不足がございまして、そこのメインルームでですね、 ここの、1からですね、21の順番で、2分ずつ発表していくというような形になります。で、できればですね、できれば英語でですね、話していただきたいんですけれども、ですね、ちょっと、できれば英語っていう感じで、ちょっと難しそうであればですね、後で私が英文をですね、送りますので、その英文をですね、ちょっと読み上げた後に日本語を話していただければいいかなと思います。私は今から日本語を話しますで、ゆうたが英語訳をですね、チャットに貼りますみたいな英文を、すみません、シェアしますので、それをちょっとですね、チャット欄に入っていただけたらというふうに思いますので、ちょっとそれを英語でさらっと言った後に、バーッと日本語でですね、説明していただければ、私がそれをできるだけですね、英語にして、チャット欄に共有すると、そういう感じにしようかなと。思いますということで、ぜひですね、2分以内というところで、こちらがですね、すべてざっとこの2分の発表が終わった後に日本語ルームがまた別であるという形のようでございますので、その感じでですね、すみませんが、急で申し訳ありませんが、よろしくお願いします。以上です。That's all. Thank you.
Me, if you would like to introduce the Vietnamese.
Thank you, Yuta, and thank you, Robert. Thank you, Angela, for the warm introduction. Thank you, everyone. My name is Mi, and I'm from Vietnam. And first of all, I would like to say Happy Lunar New Year to all the countries that are celebrating the Lunar New Year's. And we are excited to celebrate it. And thank you, everyone. Xin chào mọi người và chào mừng mọi người đến với buổi họp mặt của Cardano khu vực phía Đông. Thì trước thềm năm mới, em xin chúc mọi người có một cái năm mới thật là vui vẻ, nhiều niềm vui và hạnh phúc bên gia đình. Thì xin cảm ơn sự tham gia và sự có mặt của mọi người trong buổi họp mặt ngày hôm nay, tại vì sự đại diện về ngôn ngữ của cộng đồng người Việt Nam sẽ có những cái đóng góp rất là lớn và rất là quan trọng đến với cái dự án Catalyst của Cardano. Và thì dự án Catalyst của Cardano là gì? Thì đây là một dự án cộng đồng kêu gọi ý tưởng của cộng đồng để đóng góp phát triển cho cộng đồng. Thì các bạn không cần phải là người có kiến thức về công nghệ hay là một lập trình viên để tham gia và đóng góp vào dự án. Thì ý tưởng có thể đến từ bất kỳ đâu và phục vụ cho nhiều mục đích khác nhau như là giáo dục, y tế, xã hội. Và bạn sẽ được Cardano tài trợ để biến những cái ý tưởng này thành sự thật. Thì cái cuộc họp ngày hôm nay sẽ được chia ra làm hai phần. Phần đầu tiên chúng ta sẽ ở trong cái phòng họp main room này, mình sẽ ở trong phòng main room và mỗi một cái người đề xuất dự án sẽ có 2 phút để trình bày dự án của mình đến với các cộng đồng quốc tế bằng tiếng Anh, để cho cộng đồng quốc tế có thể biết đến dự án của mình và có thể vô cho dự án của mình. Và 1 tiếng sau thì mình sẽ vào phòng họp riêng của từng quốc gia. Và mỗi phòng họp riêng của từng quốc gia thì sẽ có những cái người chủ trì riêng và sẽ có những cái cách thức hoạt động riêng. Và nhưng bạn sẽ là cái người mà sẽ giúp cho cái sự phát triển cũng như là cái sự đóng góp của các bạn rất là quan trọng đối với trong cái phòng họp riêng của mỗi quốc gia đó. Và hy vọng mọi người sẽ có một khoảng thời gian vui vẻ ở đây, cũng như là mọi người sẽ tôn trọng ý kiến của những người khác và cũng như là ý kiến của người chủ trì. Xin cảm ơn ạ. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mi. Thank you. Jan, or would you like to do the introduction for Indonesia?
Okay, I will do the introduction for Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Andreas. I'm from the Cardano Indonesia. Thank you for coming to Eastern Town Hall today. I will do some introductions in Indonesian language. Selamat datang semuanya yang sudah datang hari ini untuk mini IdeaFest. Untuk 1 jam pertama kita akan melakukan introduction masing-masing proposal dari masing-masing proposer di sini. Kemudian setelah itu kita tidak ada breakout room untuk Indonesia hari ini. Jadi hanya ada main room saja. Jadi terima kasih untuk kedatangannya dan silahkan disimak, kalau ada pertanyaan nanti bisa ditanyakan. Terima kasih. Thank you. I'll give it back to Robert then. Robert, you're muted.
Oops. With that, I think we will dive into it. Jan is moderating for us in the chat there, and as each presenter comes through, he will put the group of 3 there, so you can keep an eye on it. There's also a link to the spreadsheet which has the actual schedule in that we're following today, that you can find at the very top, near the top of the chat. And also, if you want to speak in your own language, please do so if you feel more comfortable in that. And ideally, one of the moderate hosts here will try and translate as best they can in the time frame that we've got. But ideally, if we can speak in English, that would be the best outcome. Well, I hope the best outcome for everyone in terms of the middle ground. So, and also, we are having breakout rooms after we've finished here, so you can join in there. And I've suggested to the host that if you wanted to give your proposal or discuss your proposal more in your native language, then jump into the breakout room and do that there after we've all sort of finished. So thank you very much for being here. Who's doing the timing? Oh, Lynn is doing the timing on me. And looking at the schedule, I'm actually first up. So is there anything else that the hosts wanted to cover before we dive into things? Anything else here? No?
Not really. Let's go.
Okay, Angela, can I get you to do the moderations in terms of controlling me? Because now I am going to stop being a host and be a proposer, presenter. And somehow—
Thank you, Robert. It's time to make the switch.
Yeah.
You'll do fine. So, you've got this. Everyone's got this. Don't freak out. We would love to see your face if possible, and just let us know where you're from and what you're all about. And I would like also to encourage everyone to go and give a kudos if you're able.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robert.
Right. So I've got 2 minutes, have I? Okay. This is about DAO Treasury Building Blocks. This is actually a technical proposal to implement what is known as a bonding curve. A bonding curve is kind of like your decentralized exchange. A big difference, though, is that instead of minting a whole lot of tokens in one big batch, right, you actually can create a smart contract that will mint tokens and burn tokens based on demand. So if you wanted to buy a set of tokens, you can go and swap ADA for a project's token, and then those tokens would be minted on demand. And if you wanted to sell them, you could then go in and exchange them back for ADA. Again, they will be burnt at that time. And the idea of a bonding curve is that the price is reflected upon the demand. So as more people want it, the more expensive it gets. As less people want it, the price lowers back down again. And instead of having liquidity pools where you have yield farming and all those sort of things, the actual bonding curve takes care of all of that for you. And this little device, the smart contract device, is used all over the place. It's very useful for all sorts of things. In particular, it is useful for doing things like funding a project or funding a DAO very quickly. You can instantiate what we call as create an instance of a bonding curve, and immediately you've got this ability to actually produce tokens.
30 seconds, Robert.
Do things for you as you need to. Okay, so that's why it's a fundamental building block, not just for DAOs, but actually for a whole lot of things. And the proposal here is to implement the smart contracts on Plutus to actually enable anyone to incorporate them into what they're trying to do. And with that, I will leave it.
Thank you, thank you. Great presentation. Did someone put it in the chat?
Yeah, it's in there.
Thanks, Jan. Okay, Andreas, you're up next.
Okay, could you hear me, everyone? Yes. Okay. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everybody here in Eastern Town Hall. Thank you for coming today to Mini IdeaFest. My name is Andreas. I am representing Cardano Indonesia. We would love to have your support for our Cardano Indonesia workshop proposal in this Fund 7. As you know, Cardano is growing here in Indonesia, and we need workshops to give more awareness about Cardano itself, and also answering questions about from our local community. And we already created a syllabus for 1 year. If you check our link proposals, we already have 12 topics to cover. And then starting from introduction to Cardano, how to create the wallet, how to delegate to a stake pool, up until how to create an NFT, how to buy it, and so on. We will do 2 times workshop per month, and each workshop has 2 hours durations. And we will also record and upload our workshops on our Cardano Indonesia YouTube channel. So we hope that we could support our Indonesian community and also increase adoptions about Cardano in our country. So please vote for our Cardano Indonesia workshop proposals. You can go to your Catalyst voting app and then go to the challenge Scale Up Cardano Community Hub Challenge. And from there, search or look for Cardano Indonesia workshops. So thank you so much for your kind support. And yeah, that's all from Cardano Indonesia. We wish you a nice weekend and thank you, everyone.
Amazing
I'll give it
job,
back
Andrea.
to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
You kept it short, you kept it sweet. And we get to feel what you're all about. I love that. Up next, we have Felix Weber from the founder of Why We're All Sitting Here. And I hope he can join us and just talk for a few minutes about our Eastern Town Hall proposal.
Eastern Town Hall proposal is a very simple proposal, which mainly covers the only operation. So to set up the town halls, being here with you, taking the time and taking care for you, and also taking the time to, excuse me, to develop and evolve the Eastern Town Hall itself. It's a very urban proposal. There's not too much to say about, especially as you know the Eastern Town Halls already. So this is mainly really a support proposal where we would love to have your help, your vote on it, to make sure that the people behind the scene are getting rewarded and paid for the engagement. And next to it, the Eastern Town Hall set up a stake pool as well. So very happy to maybe have some love, attention and delegations from you as well to make this effort here sustainable. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for presenting to everybody else, and happy Fund 7. Hope you voted already. If not, do so.
Awesome. How did that feel? Can we handle that? What do you think? Thumbs up if we can do this. Awesome. Okay, Yuta, you're next. Feel free to speak in whichever language you'd like and explain what your proposal is all about.
Okay. Angela, before we continue, did you want to, are there any questions from the audience or anything about those first 3 proposals that were presented, which are all coming from the Eastern Town Hall group at the moment, but are there any questions?
I just have a general question, and it's applicable to everybody. So do you all have any requirements for any sort of marketing and that sort of functions, or are they purely developer type of operations? I mean, that would apply to you, Robert. And Andreas, do you all have any requirements for marketing of the workshops in online platforms and so on and so forth? Just want to find out.
For the work that I'm doing, the proposal for the DAO one is at this stage, it's just for the software engineering work to build the smart contracts to make them reusable. There's other proposals and stuff that will be taking care of the marketing side of things. That's for the DAO side of aspect. Andreas.
Okay, so from my side, we don't have any coding here. Basically, just creating a syllabus, creating a material, and then we spread it in our social media, and then yeah, mostly on marketing and doing some educations to our Indonesian community. Hope that answers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And as far as the Eastern Town Hall is concerned, largely what we are doing is we take care of our own, doing the Eastern Town Hall is actually about marketing, and that's all part of what we do as part of the proposal work to help us do that. Okay. Any other questions?
Okay, I'll give it back to you, Angela. Thank you.
Let's go on. Yuta, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, and first, Japan is huge for Cardano because Japan is important because 95% of the sale buyers are Japanese. So Japan is important region in Cardano. But however, about tax and tax law, it's very bad tax law and law in Japan. Charles said Japan has a very, very too strict law in Japan, and Japan has very bad tax law, and the possibility of 110% of tax on staking is pointed out. So therefore, our team has one lawyer and one public accountant, and I do a comprehensive survey of Japanese law and send at least 2 letters to legal institution. Yeah. So so I think it's important idea, important proposal. Thank you for listening. That's all.
Thank you, Yuta. Next up is Baba Elliott or Evans from Tanzania.
Hello, everybody. My name is Regina from Tanzania. I want to present our idea, which is based on multilingual resources. We want to translate Plutus and Catalyst resources into Swahili, because we see the market, we see the target that we have around 150 million Swahili speakers in around 8 countries: Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Malawi, Congo. All these people that are living in these countries are speaking Swahili. So we want to have a room for them so that they can feel included, they can have engagements, they can be comfortable, and also sustainability. They can get education on different languages that they're comfortable with, which is Swahili. So I'm requesting all of you to go and vote for our idea. We want to translate and help our fellow Swahili speakers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Regina. From Vietnam, are we ready, Tien?
Yes. Yes, I'm ready. Thank you, Angela.
Go right ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Eastern Town Hall. I'm very happy to share one of our projects in Fund 7. Our project name is Cardano Technical Hub in Vietnamese. As you know that we have many technical document and technical instruction that are scattered in many places, and most of them in English and in other language. This might be a barrier for Vietnamese to understand and to solve the real problem. So our project is try to gather all the document and make it more useful into one place, so that the newcomer can visit and learn from that, and they can find the example, find the example and some document that can help them to solve the problem. That can help them to solve the real problem in the daily life. So that's the reason why we create Cardano Technical Hub in Vietnamese. We believe that this is a hub that many Vietnamese can go and get the value document and help them to solve the problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tien. Do we have any questions for the 3 presentations that just went on?
Yeah, I was just wondering, Regina, can you just dive into a little bit about the sort of content, educational content you imagine that you'd be creating?
sorry,
for Regina of the East African.
We have Catalyst resources like the introduction of challenges, how to do the process, how to develop your idea. But all of that, we want to explain them into Swahili. And also there are other resources, maybe Plutus documents that need to be translated so that maybe other people who are maybe non-English speakers, but Swahili speakers, they want to understand what is Plutus and what does it involve with. And also there are other documents that are available in Cardano documents and also forums, which are very explanatory, but they are available in English and other languages, but not available in Swahili. And also we want to work on that. We'll make materials in terms of documents, but also we can make also videos because we have a channel which have more than 20,000 subscribers and they're increasing every day. So we can also make videos to explain, to educate them in order for them to also participate. We want Cardano to have a lot of Swahili speakers who are also interacting in our community.
Cool, that was good. Yuta, I'd be interested to, are there any particular areas of law, Japanese law, that are of interest, that you're particularly interested in focusing on?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you speak more slowly and repeat again?
Yep. Is there any area, any particular Japanese law that you are interested in focusing on?
I focus on financial law about ICO, ISO, and initial security token offering, and initial coin offering, and so on. And also tax law, about staking tax law. I'm interested in this particular two areas.
Yep. Excellent. So am I. So it'll be interesting. I've got stuff to do with our regulators here as well. So it'll be interesting to talk. Any other questions, people?
Len, you have your hand up. Go for it.
Yes, Yuta, that's very interesting. What is the chance that you will be able to influence the law? In some countries, it's very difficult for individuals to influence law changes.
Yeah. First, Japanese law and tax law is a lot of unclear place about staking, initial coin offering, and STO. So in this proposal, we want to clarify that law and tax law. This is the first purpose of this proposal. And second, we sent two letters to the legal instrument, legal officers, legal, yeah. So, yeah. But maybe I will make another proposal to solve and improve this law. Other proposal. This proposal's first purpose is clarify the law, clarify the Japanese law. Yeah. So yeah, that's all.
Can I ask another question about the Japanese ADA holding community? It seems from what you said, it's a very large community. Is that community still so large, meaning they're holding their data? And are they voters? Is the Japanese ADA community voting in Project Catalyst? Can you tell?
Yes, there are 3,000 people in Telegram and Line. This is most famous communication tool in application in Japan, and the 50% of Japanese vote in Catalyst, and 50% of Japanese don't vote in Catalyst. Yeah. I took questionnaire. I take survey in that community, and the survey's result is 50% of Japanese participated in Fund 6. Yes.
Thank you, Yuta. Thank you, Len. Up next, we have Yojo from New Zealand. Joe, you there?
Kia ora, yes, I'm here, Angela.
Go for it.
Kia ora. I'm Joe from New Zealand. Our proposal is in the Catalyst Accelerators and Mentors Challenge, and it's called the Distributed Autonomous Accelerator. So as Project Catalyst grows and more of your proposals come into the fund and get funded and become part of the coordinator group who are working on technology for Catalyst, a lot of the projects that you're proposing will need further funding after maybe 1 or 2 funds from the community treasury. And there's an opportunity to create a new system of acceleration for projects that are doing really well, that are building a community that is governing their treasury really well and building products that people on the ground globally want to use locally to solve local problems. So the accelerator is intended to bring together capital, so capital formation, and distribute capital, so capital allocation to new projects, and do it in such a way that you can, as a team, compose the kind of investors that you want to be involved with that contribute more than just their capital, and also that investors can come and back you and back other projects as well that are collaborating with you, so that potentially we can create ecosystems of funding pools that are coming in to accelerate the projects that are really getting momentum from their local communities. So it's composable capital allocation and formation for projects to move forward. We think doing this with some of the technology that you've already heard about today in this town hall from Robert earlier, and you'll hear about some more later, we can actually attach capital to great missions that help communities on the ground, and
Thank
do
you,
that
Joe.
a lot more.
Thank you, Joe. We will get into that. You said a whole bunch of interesting things, right? Do we have Rankit from Japan next?
Can you hear?
Hi.
Yes.
Please,
Okay.
please
I'm
explain your
Rankit.
proposal.
Thank you. I'm Rankit from the Japanese Cardano community held by Utah. So I am the one member of such kind of the community. So my proposal is the JP Regional Revitalization Project. So as already mentioned in this, so meetup, the Japan is still one of the largest Cardano ADA holders community. So that's why the pre-sale holder have a large benefit, and the member is already increased by step. However, the image of ADA and blockchain is quite bad in Japan, as already mentioned by Yuta, in terms of the law and some other problems. So probably Japanese usual person consider as the ADA is probably to gamble or such kind of the not so worth coins. Apparently, so Japan also have another problem. The problem is the local area economic problem. Local area government just face to some problem of the economy. They cannot get the lot of money, and the people is so becomes to so lower to lower. So that's why we want to make a collaboration with the Japanese ADA holders and the local area citizens community, so which will so accelerate the image up of the ADA. So actually, please move to the 4 page, Yuta. Yes. So interestingly, Japanese Tokushima Prefecture already interested to our project, just funded in the Fund 6. So such kind of the broadened area interest or the formal government interest, so will move up the Cardano's image. So that's why we want to make some collaboration between the Japan Cardano's community and the local citizens. So with ADA payment or some NFT project. Fortunately, already the city office member and the mayors already so interested our project and joined to this Kitten project in Tokushima area. So that's why I proposed such kind of the enhancement of the collaboration with Japanese local government and the Japan Cardano community. Also, we want to plan to some making of the ADA payment of the local natural products such as the beef and some fruits and some plum liquor. So such kind of the activity, positive activity will probably make some good image of ADA. Probably which
thank you,
can
Rankit.
make some raw problems. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much. I wouldn't have thought about what's going on in a prefecture in Japan today, but that's such an interesting thing to think about. Up next is Shiro Gat from Kenya. Are you ready?
Yes. Can you hear me? Am I on? Can I be heard? Thank you.
Yes, we can.
Yes, my project is about scaling up. It's on the scaling up Cardano hubs. I'm thinking about hubs. I've been working with DFID, installing computers in schools among these marginalized girls and young women. It was a project called Girl Education Challenge. And so we managed to reach quite a number of these young girls, and we established the problems that they have. And their life chances are quite limited. And this offers for them a real opportunity if we can have hubs in the schools where we already have the technology, and maybe one in the city. So about 7 hubs can be created where education about Cardano and about what's going on in the blockchain can happen to these who are least likely to have ever heard of something like that. They have local problems, they have local solutions that are within them, and we can just extract those. Digital stories, opportunity to do gaming with them. There's so many opportunities to teach them about money, so many opportunities to teach them about coding, computer science, showing them examples like Ada Lovelace and what she was able to do. So through this program and design, we're able to increase their life chances, and we can help them with programming skills. We can help them with so much. And by doing this, we will be actually touching future generations of Africans to come up strongly and participate in a stronger way and be seen more. So it's exciting for me, and I'm really happy what I'm hearing here today about local communities being able to solve their own problems and problems arising from this that can be solved by the blockchain. So I look forward to what you would have to vote for us and give these children a chance to actually participate and become good. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Ooh, so many questions. Who would like to go first? Robert.
Just a simple one on the, and what you were talking about. You've used an acronym DFID. What does that mean? And you're on mute.
Sorry. The UK government, from our colonial past with the UK, with Britain, we have funding for education typically comes from the Department of International Development, DFID. That is what it is. That is what it is. So they fund Kenya quite heavily, and I was involved as a digital ICT education advisor for this project for 4 years. And in that project, there was quite a bit of money put in to give computers to schools. So I know these schools, I participate with them, and out of these, I can create hubs. So that's why I feel that the computers just sit there and they don't get well used. So this could be a very good opportunity for us to lift them and use them more meaningfully and intentionally. Yeah. Yeah. So I was able to put in 450 computers in 60 schools.
Yes, Angela.
Are there any more questions?
Seems all fine.
I would like to ask one question about for sorry, Ranka, is it Ranket? In terms of your the discussions you've already had with local authorities, what have you done already?
Oh, sorry. So what is your point of the questions?
I'm just wanting to know what you've done already in terms of talking to local authorities. You mentioned it.
Okay. So in that case, so the one citizen seminar is already held, and the member of the Makoto Harada, it's a top of the Kitan project, already invited to the keynote speech of the Tokushima Prefecture formal seminars on the 1st of February. So that's why, so such kind of the broadening broadcast is already planned.
And how do you see the NFT being used?
NFT is one of the planning of the NFT is to make some NFT so trustness of the Pram So now, but so the instantly the one Rika so maker already so planned to make some Cardano labels Rika. So with ADA payment or the some things. So the which all probably appeal to the Japan Cardano community and some kind of the the like a shopping from the Cardano community to local area Rika shop will realized in near future. So so according to the top the Makoto Harada-san, yes. So such kind of the planning probably image up to the a part of the students. So in Japan, such kind of the number of the people of the some positive image is really important to make such kind of the discussion on the formal space like so government or the some things. Yeah. So that we want to accelerate that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, all right. Everyone okay? Are you good? Shall we move on?
Yep.
Let's move on.
Yep.
Okay. Tu Minh from Vietnam, are you there?
Yes, Angela. From Tu Minh, I will present the project on behalf of Tu Minh Group with the authorization. Yeah, thank you. And you know that the information about the project after every fund increasingly day by day, fund by fund. So that is a quick, huge information for the voter. So that is the problem that Tu Minh tried to solve that problem by producing the short video or podcast within 2 minutes that contain, analyze, and evaluated information about the project so that the voter can have general information, the pros and cons of the proposal, so that the busy voter can listen to the podcast or watch the video and understand what the project is and what is a strong point of the project. That is the target, the goal of the 2 Minh review by voice for busy voter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kind of what we're doing here, right? It's a 2 minute review of every presentation. So I think I'd love it if that was to continue. Up next, we have Dion from Indonesia. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Angela. Okay. Hi, guys. Okay. This proposal, actually, the title is speak from themselves. This is, we tried to build a local website with a local language in Bahasa Indonesia. That is our national language. So if you see the portal, actually, this is part of one of the 4 proposal that the community of Indonesia built the proposal. The web portal is going to be some, the idea is to just have a easy to understand language to onboard the newcomers, and also to have to become the local resource for the information, all things about Cardano. So I believe some of us, or most of us, actually do not understand all the technical blog writings in IOHK or in Cardano websites, which is very difficult to understand, even to try to translate it into the local language. So we try to build this portal so for easier the community to understand what Cardano is all about. I think that's the main idea. And if you notice that Indonesia is coming into a demographic bonus peak somewhere in 2025 to 2030. So the onboarding of the both young age, active and productive age is coming. And then also the internet adoption is very high now. So everything regarding blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and everything else in internet is being all-time high in the recent few months or few years. So it's coming to the volume, the attention is coming to Indonesia, and also the local Indonesia is searching for this good information with not so sophisticated language. Currently, there are no blockchain or so few that that give a valid information about the technology and the community. I think that's my quick take. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you. Robert, we're back at New Zealand. Tell us more.
Yeah, we're back in New Zealand again. Sorry, you're going to get sick of seeing me. These two proposals are very, very technical in a sense. There's one called the Retroactive Financing Experiment, which is part of the Rapid Funding Challenge. And the tightly related one is called DeFi plus Catalyst, Retroactive Financing, which is in the Boosting DeFi Challenge. These are about changing or augmenting the way in which Catalyst works. A lot of people have been talking about a need for rapid funding for projects to enable them to speed up very quickly. So this is a proposals to start testing the idea with something known as a Plutus smart contract market mechanism called a risk-adjusted bonding curve. Now, I won't go into too much detail about what it does, but the idea here is that instead of Cardano's Catalyst paying out directly when we just vote on a proposals, what happens is members of the community can now jump in and start investing in the projects. And they therefore can keep an eye on what's actually going on and get rewarded for projects that are doing well or even in some cases doing badly. So the idea here is to try and distribute into a decentralized fashion the ability to monitor and fund projects rapidly. And it's using this very fancy market mechanism that only pays out, the Treasury only pays out on success. But in order to understand how to actually use this and what tools and to help educate people, we want to do some little experiments with it because the risk-adjusted bonding curve is quite a fancy, exotic, blockchain-only enabled kind of market mechanism for funding. And if you're familiar with something called a social impact bond or an impact bond, this is what we are talking about. It's very similar. It's used in a lot of situations of to try and provide social policy-based payments. And it builds upon the bonding curve work I talked about earlier. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to speed up the funding within Catalyst. We're also trying to basically make it a lot fairer so people can properly speculate for good. That's the idea here. You can speculate and earn by actually monitoring projects. And then the Catalyst fund, the Treasury Fund, only pays out for successful projects, those ones that meet their objectives. Okay, that's what these two proposals are about.
Awesome. Do we have any questions? I'll take one question. Put your hand up first and get to ask a question. No questions?
I think we are good.
Maybe just a comment that it's encouraging, especially the rapid funding mechanisms, and just thinking about how acceleration can happen, what Joe was saying. And so just a comment about how encouraging this is. And yeah, it's positive. So thank you. Thank you for all those thoughts.
Thank you.
Len, you have your hands up.
Yeah, second question on one question limit. Robert, I think you're addressing something that is a serious part of Catalyst. Is initial funding doesn't guarantee sustainability, and having partially funded in one fund doesn't mean you'll get funded again. So an alternative for the community to invest in projects is a great idea and probably should be more mainstream.
Thank you, Len. Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
Next round.
So up next, we have Dao from Japan, Regina or Evans from Tanzania, and me from Vietnam. Are you guys ready? Are you there?
Thank you. My name is Dao. This proposal name is Raspberry Project. This project is to develop eco-friendly hardware like Raspberry Pi for stake pool. The current stake pool in Cardano is difficult to run on a Raspberry Pi because of its specifications. Therefore, we have to use a costly rental server. Since the Raspberry Pi is much cheaper than a standard PC or a server machine, SPO can be done using it, which solves many of the problems. We hope to solve this problem by developing and manufacturing inexpensive, low power hardware optimized for the Cardano. It's finished. Thank you.
Thank you, Dao.
I'm not good English. Sorry.
No, you're doing okay.
This issue is translate.
Communication was had. I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, I'm difficult communication. Sorry. Because I want to watch chat script, please.
No worries. Up next is Tanzania. Who's presenting from Tanzania?
Hello, everyone. My name is Evans Kisanga. I'm from Tanzania, East Africa. In Fund 7, we have 3 proposals. One was presented by my Regina. The other one is community in the community event challenge, whereby we are looking forward to do physical community events in the main regions, which are in Tanzania here. Another one is in the challenge of new SPO business, whereby we're looking forward to introduce staking. We are looking forward to have our own staking pool, RSFX TV, and introducing it as a product in our company. RSFX TV, which is a business consultancy company based in Tanzania, and it uses financial markets, trading forex and crypto. Thank you.
Thank you, Evans. Me from Vietnam.
Thank you, Angela.
Mai.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So my proposal name is Cardano Catalyst TV. The idea comes from that people don't have much time to read on the proposal, and the proposer doesn't have the reputation to read on the voter. So I'm doing the Cardano Catalyst TV with have the 3 to 5 minutes interviewing with me, and I will make it. I will ask like only 3 to 4 questions and to understand the inside of the proposer and post them on YouTube and sharing them on many other channels, and also translate the insight into other languages like English, Vietnamese, Indonesian, and Japanese. And so that could have voter from the Eastern Town Hall or East Asia could understand more and could reach more, reach the proposal from the countries. And so other countries all around the world could also understand the proposal. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Cool. Do we have any questions? Please put your hand up if you'd like to comment or if you'd like to tell them they did well. Go right ahead.
I just want to say you did fantastic, everyone, and in particular reference to DAO's comment about not being able to speak good English. Quite frankly, you're doing better than I am because I only speak English and I don't speak Japanese or anything else. So, bravo.
Thank you, Anne.
Actually, my interest is in the Raspberry DAO's presentation on the Raspberry Pi, and they're using IoT, the Internet of Things, and mechanizing. If I understood very well, the memory of the Raspberry Pi and speed is required. So improving that would be great because of its use in the Internet of Things and the way we use it in training, even in labs for science projects and science students. So that would be a good project to look at. So I appreciate that. Thank you, DAO.
Hey, would you look at this? We're nearly on time and we're just about to be done. We only have a few presenters left. We have Shusuke Wakuda from Japan. Forgive me for saying it all wrong. Andrew Person and Dr. Tiger from Vietnam. Are you guys ready? Please remember, yes, you can present in any language you'd like to. Go crazy, Shusuke.
Yes, it's me. Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening. Please check my proposal. Can you? Thank you. Thank you. Please check the photo, please. The picture shows the last time we exhibited for the first time. And last time we were able to first introduce Cardano to Japanese and Asian people who don't know about Cardano. On the other hand, people who already know Cardano said they were relieved to know that Cardano is active and going well. But Cardano is still not well known in Japan. There are so many people who don't know about Cardano, whether they are programmers, engineers, investors, or entrepreneurs. Now, Cardano has a smart contract. We need to show the existence of Cardano more than last year. Therefore, we'll have a booth at the event in Tokyo, where tens of thousands of people will gather and introduce Cardano to more business people than last year. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you. Up next, we have Andrew Person. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Ready to go.
Crazy.
Okay, so we're coming from a slightly different point of view. I'm working with a group called WADA and Jogit to develop a low-code visual application developer for the Cardano blockchain. Now, one of the fundamental problems that we see is that developing on Cardano can be a little bit challenging. And so I have provided 2 links to a project page and also a YouTube channel that show how one of our developers with Jogit, which is an open source software, has created a plugin that enables you to build any application you would like that reads and writes to the Cardano blockchain visually. So in particular, I was interested with the Empower 400 Marginalized Girls project presented by Anne, because we now enable people to develop complex enterprise applications with the Jogit visual low-code tool that run powered on Cardano. And this is why we're in the nation building apps section, because we've been able to have discussions with governments about how they can actually accelerate enterprise adoption of Cardano with Jogit, and how they can build very large scale applications for traceability, land registry systems on Cardano visually using Jogit. So our proposal is to continue to develop this plugin and to continue to develop the technology so that people will be able to really build big applications on Cardano using Jogit.
Thank you, Andrew. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I would be very interested in talking to Andrew subsequently, because I'm from Sri Lanka, and seeing that we have 0 Haskell developers, to see how we could do visual application development for the governments and other large infrastructure related things here.
That would be our pleasure. You know, the technology that we built is in place at the US Department of Defense, the France Ministry of Finance. We have implementations in Japan as well. It's a true enterprise system. And now we'll be able to include Cardano in the offering of building these decentralized web applications. So just DM me, Dimitri, and we'd be happy to work with you or anybody else in this session.
Please share your Telegram, Andrew.
Sure. My Telegram is PA Forson, and is at PA Forson.
Can you please DM him directly, please? Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions?
Yes,
you know,
I do.
I love
Andrew,
this. One
Andrew,
second.
what's your interest in? I had a question for Andrew.
Yep. Thank you.
What's your interest in the 400 marginalized girls? What do you see? I know you mentioned it, but specifically?
I think that, yeah, frankly, I think it'd be great to partner and we can train people on how to build applications, because ultimately our proposal focuses on businesses solving business problems with Jogit and Cardano, as opposed to getting tied up in the nitty gritty. As a Haskell developer, you can become a citizen developer, or we can train people to use visual tools to be able to build applications that run on Cardano. So it's an easier way of building real applications that are full stack applications, mobile ready, that are powered by Cardano.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I shall DM you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We're having collaboration all across the globe. And please remember to leave kudos for anyone whose proposals you felt and understood and would like to support in the future. We have next Kuni-san. Are you ready?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm no good speaking English, so I will read the document. Sorry. I'm working on proposal for Fund 6 and the proposal for Atala to the local governments. Just yesterday, I visited a smart city with a prefecture assembly member, Utah, and others to propose the user blockchain to the management office. And there is a possibility that we can hold a study session at the event site there. In other project, we are proposing Atala Trace to the president of a country through the ambassador. However, there is a shortage of engineers who can start working on this project when it moves to the development stage. However, there is a We are hoping to solve this problem with this proposal from Fund 7. We will translate the educational documents into Japanese and implement the Learn to Earn project using CNFT to increase engagement. We would also like to promote CNFT among Japanese people and contribute to Cardano globally. And we are grateful to the CNFT project administrators for their cooperation and willingness to work with us. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Kuni. Good job. Who's next? Envy Hill from Vietnam. Are you there?
I will talk. I will present this project on behalf of Hill.
Thank you, Tien.
With his authorization. Thank you. This proposal is Localize Yoroi language for Yoroi wallet in Vietnamese. We understand that Yoroi wallet have some limited selected language. They haven't Vietnamese in Zatlit.js, so that may be a challenge for Vietnamese to use the wallet, and sometimes it leads to mistake. So that may be a barrier for Vietnamese to use Cardano. So our team tried to translate on the text in the language file of the Yoroi to Vietnamese to help Vietnamese people can understand and build the chart from the user. When they see the Vietnamese language, they will have a more confident to use the wallet. So we believe that by translate on the language in Vietnamese, so we have more and more the user onboarding to Cardano ecosystem. So that's the reason why we have this project. And this project we already submit in fund 6, but it's out of budget that fund, and it is resubmit on fund 7. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to thank everyone from the Vietnamese community presented and represented by Tien. I would like to thank everyone from the Japanese community, from the Eastern African community, from the Indonesian community, from the New Zealand community. Thank you so much for being here. We have finished our mini town hall. Thank you so much for presenting and for being confident. Would you like to say anything, Brian? Robert?
Yeah, I was just, did Duck Tiger pass, did he? We haven't missed him. Is that correct?
I was made, is he here? Would he like to speak?
I can't see him, so I'm not.
I was told he's not here.
Okay.
Yes,
that's why I did
double
that.
checking. So just double checking on that. Thank you so much, everyone. And just a really big thank you to those that built the courage to come and speak in English when English is not your first language. I thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And thank you everyone for coming along and listening and being so kind and understanding and taking an interest in all the different proposals. I wish you all the proposers great success in terms of what we're doing. And I'd also encourage you, we've got a pick list of all the proposals plus the Eastern Town Hall ones that you can go through, that shows everyone that has presented today with their from the Cardano voter tool. So if you have not voted, you can go through and look at all those. In addition, if you have not voted yet, please make sure you do vote and get out there. Everything counts. It does matter. It matters partly because by doing the process of voting, you actually get to learn more yourself. You start to understand what the nature of this community is and the ideas that people are putting forward and what's important to everyone out there to make what we're doing here, both Cardano, the network, but overall the idea of Catalyst and the sort of vision, if you like, of economic equality a reality. So that's what this is all about. So thank you for being here. Is there any other questions from anyone in the room that wants to talk over what was presented from Tien or Kuni or I think those were the only other two. Was there any other questions that people had? If not, we can jump into the breakout rooms and carry on our little conversations for anyone that wants to. And obviously you don't have to. We'll keep the rooms open for a little bit. There should be an English room, Japanese and Vietnamese room. So if anyone wants to jump in, we're doing pretty well for time. We can go for another 40 minutes in each of those. So I will encourage you to jump into the breakout rooms now. And thank you. And don't forget to give kudos to all the proposers. Just even for turning up, it's worth everything. Okay. So thank you very much. And we will see you next time.
So the rooms are open. Feel free to jump in. And if you can't go in the rooms by yourself, just tell us and we simply delegate you manually in the rooms. As usually, we have the English, Indonesian, and no, not Indonesian today.
No, we don't have Indonesian today.
Okay, almost as usual, we have the English, Japanese, and Vietnamese rooms. So feel free to jump in there and speak in your languages. And happy Saturday again.
Happy Saturday.
If you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself or to type directly in the chat the room you want to go to.